Why, hello there and welcome back. Some time ago I made an episode dedicated to my Whitby Jet ring. In said episode I spoke of the ring's backstory, how it came within my possession and overall its history. I put much effort into the episode and well, you asked for more, so why not make another episode dedicated to my other older ring, Chalcedony. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? When I was a small child, my family bought me a silver ring. They did this for two reasons. The first was due to good behaviour, and the second was to teach me to look after my belongings because, after all, if you take good care of silver, it shall last forever. This is a tradition I hope to pass down if I ever am to have children one day. Anywho, continuing on. One day I slipped it off and it wouldn't go back on my finger. I had outgrown it. Distraught I was, but my family reassured me that one day they would find me a replacement. We never actively went to search for one because my family, as I have stated previously, are heavily into Buddhism. And in it is believed that you are not to grieve, as what is meant for you shall always return within another form. Therefore, there is no need to seek it out, for what is right is inevitable. Fast forward to when I was, I believe, 13 at the time. My family were visiting a jeweller's. So there are my parents happily having a good chinwag while I roamed the shop. I had a good browse before coming to a halt at this one glass cabinet. Inside I saw this very ring. There's no label, so I hadn't the foggiest idea as to what on earth the gemstone was, but I was sure of one thing. It was beautiful. I could not take my eyes off of it. None of the jewellery within the entire shop could compare to how stunning I thought it was. As I stood there in awe, one of my parents asked me if I had spotted anything nice, to which I pretended I wasn't staring and lied. Back then I had a rather nasty habit of not speaking up. I would never say if I liked something, or well, I would never speak my mind at all. On the car ride home I could not stop daydreaming about the ring's beauty. We ended up returning to the same jeweller some days later. I remember this part clear as day. Directly as you walked through the glass door, the ring was inside within the glass cabinet to the right. The second my family returned, my eyes went straight for the glass cabinet. But I didn't want them to see me looking, so I waited until they began to chat once more, and you guessed it, I waltzed right over to the cabinet. And there it was, still there looking as beautiful as ever. I was so mesmerised by its beauty that I never noticed my mother creeping beside me. She asked what I was staring at, and before I could come up with some sort of excuse, she had already met my gaze. She too exclaimed how nice it was and asked if I had liked it, and I remember shyly agreeing with her. After some shyness back and forth, she asked if I would like it, and somehow I came out with a yes. I did not hesitate to take it out of the box and pop it on my finger. I sat gazing down upon my hand for the whole journey home. Come nightfall, Mother asked me about the ring. She thought I might not get along well with it because it was quite big and she feared it might get caught in my hair. I then, for some strange reason, opened up on how I fell in love with it the second we arrived and how I could not stop thinking about it. She was shocked and reassured me that I should have just spoken up the second I saw it, and how they had always promised to get me a replacement, and I remember Father saying the same. Once again, some time passes and we had to return to said jeweller for reasons I can't recall. Father spoke to said owner and discussed my admiration for the ring. It was then he informed my family that there is in fact a matching set. It was a ring, a necklace and a pair of earrings. He kindly pulled them out for me, and as I said before, a bad habit of mine was not speaking up, so both of my parents asked me if I wanted the set. They said I was a good kid, how I wasn't greedy, and how I never ask for anything, so if I want the set, all I have to do is say yes, and it's all mine. No questions asked. Despite usually declining such an offer, I said yes. Yes, I would love the set. This was so very out of character for me, and the most ironic thing is, only after purchasing the set did I learn of the gemstone. Said gemstone is called Chalcedony, and do you know who had the strongest admiration for this crystal? It was none other than the Roman scholar Marcus Tullius Cicero. Do you know what he nicknamed this beloved stone? He called it the speaker's stone because he believed that just by having a piece close to you would open your mind to remove any and all fear and let you speak only the truth. So how ironic is that? The first thing I ever spoke my mind over was the speaker's stone. If that doesn't tell you that this ring and I were meant to be, I don't know what else shall. To this very day, every time I gaze down upon my ring, I immediately feel the same admiration I did on that car ride home. And yes, since that day, I began to speak up. And that is the story of how this ring came within my possession. I do hope you enjoyed. Anywho, it seems to have reached the end of the episode. Thank you for joining me, and ta-ta for now.